This is the United States. All these lines signify the boundaries of each state. There are 50 states, some are great places to live, others not so much. Today I'm going to tell you which are the 10 best states going into 2026 to live in. We do this list every year. We rank the states by their stats, crime, economy, real estate, schools, healthcare, and a few other things, and see who shakes out to be the best. Over the years, quite a few states have fallen off the list, and of course, we've gained some new ones. When I first did this list back in 2018, Oregon was actually on the list. Between number 2 and number 1, I'll give you a few that almost made the list. Everyone always asks about that. Alright, we're going to look at the top 10 best states to live in 2026. Right now. Number 10. Washington. This is one of the most economically powerful states in the country. It's home to Amazon, Microsoft, and more aerospace companies than you can shake a wrench at. The job market is solid, especially around Seattle. The state doesn't have an income tax either, which might explain why so many tech workers end up here. But Washington also has history. Originally known for logging and fishing, it's transitioned over the last century into a hub of innovation and green energy, and a pretty cool cruise port. Seattle played a major role in the grunge music scene. Washington is ideal for people who love rainy days, tech jobs, and vibrant culture. Seattle is home to Amazon, Microsoft, and Boeing, offering strong job opportunities. The state's no-income tax policy draws workers from across the country. Historically, Washington thrived on logging and fishing. Today, innovation, green energy, and tech dominate. Smaller cities like Spokane provide a relaxed urban lifestyle, while Leavenworth offers a Bavarian-style charm. Infrastructure is solid, with Seattle's public transit ranked among the best in the United States, plus well-maintained roads and bridges. Why it ranks: strong economy, high-quality jobs, excellent infrastructure, and vibrant lifestyle. Minnesota might just freeze your eyelashes off in January, but it also consistently ranks high in healthcare, education, and public safety. There's a reason people stick around despite the wind chill. It works. Cities like Minneapolis and St. Paul offer urban perks with just a fraction of the chaos you'll find in coastal cities. Historically, Minnesota was built by waves of Scandinavians and German immigrants, which helps explain the whole Midwestern nice thing. These are the folks who bake casseroles for you, even when you're not sick. The state also played a big part in America's labor movement, helping to shape the progressive policies still felt today. But hey, Minnesota isn't just all tundra and tater-tot hot dishes. With over 11,000 lakes, and I've actually heard it's closer to 13,000, state parks galore, and top-tier fishing and boating, it's an outdoor lover's dream. If you can survive the winters, that's their biggest knock. Sure, they got some crime in their major cities, but the rest of the state is pretty mellow when it comes to crime. I mean, they don't have some South Side Chicago or Detroit or East St. Louis type crime. They're nowhere near that. So they're on this list because of things like public safety, education, healthcare, quality of life, and affordability. Their big knock is bad weather. Minnesota may be freezing in winter, but it ranks high in healthcare, education, and safety. Minneapolis and St. Paul offer city perks without the chaos of larger coastal cities. The state's Scandinavian and German heritage creates a famously friendly culture. Outdoor enthusiasts enjoy 11,000 plus lakes, state parks, and great fishing. Downside: winters are harsh, but safety, education, and healthcare keep residents happy. Why it ranks: safety, healthcare, education, affordability, and outdoor recreation. Number 8, North Carolina, mountains, beaches, and barbecue. North Carolina is one of the few states where you can surf in the morning and hike in the Appalachians by dinner. It's also rapidly growing thanks to a combo of affordable living, mild winters, and booming metro areas like Raleigh and Charlotte. I've mentioned this before on this channel, but I've seen, not that I know these people personally, well, one of them I do, but I've seen like 6 or 7 big-time YouTubers move to North Carolina over the last handful of years. It's not just YouTubers, other people that I've known have looked into it. I even looked into it for a while. It is a very popular state to move to right now. Historically, this state played a major role in the early American economy through tobacco and textiles. These days, the Research Triangle area is full of biotech and education jobs. This is basically Silicon Valley with a southern drawl and way less pretension. Tech and biotech jobs are huge here. They can't get enough workers, it seems like. Their healthcare is great, and like I said earlier, they got a lot of education jobs. But don't let their economic boom fool you. North Carolina hasn't lost its soul. The food here is unreal. As long as you're really into barbecue, they have some of the best. The towns still have character, and there's a sweet spot between progress and tradition. North Carolina is very much a sporting state. They got football teams, basketball teams, a hockey team, tons of minor league everything. And this is basically the NASCAR state. So, why does it get on this list? It ranks high in healthcare, affordability, education, opportunity, and amenities. North Carolina offers a mix of coast, mountains, and cities. You can surf in the morning and hike in the Appalachians by evening. Population growth is fueled by affordable living, mild winters, and booming metros like Raleigh and Charlotte. Economy is strong in tech, biotech, and education, especially in the research triangle. Sports and food culture, especially barbecue, add to the state's charm. Why it ranks: excellent healthcare, affordability, education, job opportunities, and lifestyle variety. 7. Colorado mountain sun and innovation. Colorado blends mountain cities and outdoor adventure. Denver and Boulder attract young professionals in aerospace, renewable energy, and tech. Outdoor recreation is unmatched. You can work in a lab and ski by night. The state has a health-focused, pioneering culture, though urban areas face homelessness challenges. Why it ranks: healthcare, outdoor activities, high quality of life, job opportunities, and scenic beauty. They also have a pretty good military presence here. So if that's your thing at some point, unless you join the Navy, you'll probably end up in Colorado. This was once frontier land cattle mining and the occasional Wild West gunfight. Today it's more yoga studios and Subaru Outbacks than six-shooters, but you could still feel the pioneering spirit here. It's one of the few states where you can work in a lab by day and ski down a black diamond by night. Colorado is one of those places that's been moved to by civilians, not just the military, but people have always moved here for its unique blend of lifestyle and opportunity. Number 6. New Hampshire. So, New Hampshire offers low taxes, safety, and charming small towns. It played a major role in the American Revolution and hosts the first presidential primary each election. Forests, lakes, and outdoor activities make it ideal for families and retirees. Why it ranks? Well, it's all about low taxes, safety, healthcare, education, and overall quality of life. That's New Hampshire's actual state motto, and yeah, they really mean it. With no sales or income tax, this little northeastern gem punches way above its weight class in livability. It's clean, safe, and filled with small towns that look like they were designed by the Hallmark movie channel. You just go in places, and you expect every store to be like those Pepperidge Farm places. Historically, New Hampshire was one of the original 13 colonies and played a crucial role in the American Revolution. Number 5. Idaho, quietly awesome. Idaho often flies under the radar, and honestly the locals are just fine with that. It offers low crime, stunning mountain ranges, and a low cost of living compared to its western neighbors. Boise has become one of the fastest growing cities in the country thanks to a strong job market, access to the outdoors, and overall quality of life. That's nothing new to anyone that lives in Boise, because they've watched this place blow up over the last 10 years or so, and for good reason. It's a great city to live in. Historically, Idaho was known for mining, farming, and of course, potatoes. Boise is growing thanks to a strong economy and quality of life. Historically known for mining and agriculture, today Idaho attracts tech startups and families. Northern towns draw nature lovers and retirees. Why it ranks: opportunities, affordability, safety, outdoor recreation, and lifestyle. Number 4. Texas. Big skies, bigger wallets. Love it or hate it, Texas is definitely a magnet for new residents. And honestly, it's not just because of the brisket and the cowboy hats. There's no state income tax, a business-friendly environment, and affordable housing, especially if you're looking outside Austin. The Lone Star State just keeps growing like a weed, and, well, it really has been for a while. Just like Colorado and Idaho, folks there are kind of over people moving in, but the difference is they've got a lot of land, so people are spreading out all over the state. Sure, it kind of sucks they're being overrun, but they're a little more welcoming than some of the other states that are super popular. Historically, Texas was its own republic before joining the US, and it's still got that whole independent streak going on. Cities like Houston and Dallas have these really diverse economies, from energy and medicine to aerospace and tech. San Antonio hangs on to its Spanish colonial roots, with the Alamo standing as a proud historical landmark. And you know, I've been to the Alamo just recently. I wasn't super impressed. I love the history of it, it's a great story, but at the end of the day, it's just an old building with a gift shop. Still, I like San Antonio. It's not a bad place to be. Even though Texas is a little overdone, and I mean, people have been moving there and flooding in for quite a few years now, it's still a great place to live. It might not be as good as it was, let's say, 10 years ago, but it's still better than most states to move to. So, they've got job opportunities, affordable land for a popular state, and low taxes. Their property tax is kind of high, but all the other taxes are pretty low. No state income tax. They don't have crazy crime, healthcare is great, and education in most parts of the state is doing pretty good, just like their quality of life. In most parts of the state, it's pretty decent. Number 3, Vermont. Peace and maple syrup, right? Vermont is tiny, rural, and honestly it's exactly what you want when you're just tired of honking horns and endless HOA meetings. It's known for its safety, excellent public services, and an almost unreasonable dedication to preserving its natural beauty. The state's economy is driven by tourism, agriculture, and small-scale manufacturing, plus, the occasional pint of Ben & Jerry's. Fun fact about this. I just saw today that Ben from Ben & Jerry's got arrested in the halls of Congress for disrupting a congressional hearing. But Vermont is one of the few places where off-the-grid living isn't some fantasy. It's just called Tuesday. Montpelier, the capital, is the only one in the US without a McDonald's, which pretty much sums up Vermont's vibe. They don't really like the whole corporate thing. They prefer mom-and-pop shops. Vermont's history goes all the way back to pre-revolutionary days, and it was actually the first state to outlaw slavery. Number 2, Utah, family-friendly and financially solid. Utah has a strong economy, low unemployment, and well-managed budgets. Salt Lake City and Provo, they're both hosting booming tech hubs, like the so-called Silicon Slopes. The cultural heritage from the Mormon pioneers creates safe neighborhoods and really strong schools. Outdoor opportunities, they're everywhere, in Zion, Bryce Canyon, and Arches National Park. Why does it rank so high? Well, it's the economy, safety, education, healthcare, and, of course, all those outdoor activities. Number 1, Salt Lake. Salt Lake City's got some crime now? Well, that's just Salt Lake City. The rest of the state is relatively safe. They also are really big on opportunity. Their economy is great, and their budget is, honestly, phenomenal. Alright, before we get to number 1, if you're thinking about moving to another state or another city, there's a link for a website called Home and Money in the description area below. They can get you in touch with a real estate agent anywhere in the country, and they've got a bunch of other tools to help you on your home buying journey. They didn't tell me to say that. I came up with that on my own. Sound like a real pitch man at this point.